So this is Delhi. Of course it's very, very noisy and a lot of traffic, which it's the same in a lot of the cities in India nowadays. An awful lot of traffic, very hot, very humid, at the end of July, at the height of the monsoon time. So I had quite a difficult time sometimes with the weather, but oh, that's quieter. Yeah, sitting on the plane, heading towards Moscow, I think, and it was the day before actually, and I was probably looking down through those clouds and thinking, why am I going to India again? But I think you'll see why as we go through the movies later. Oh no, back to the traffic again. Okay, so my journey took me all the way around India and back to Delhi with a bit of a holiday up in Shimla in the north of India, and I saw a lot of places that I'd seen before, but and a lot of other places that I hadn't seen before. So here's the newspaper, India in 30 Days, Part 1. So I hope you enjoy this first episode. So to Amritsar, and what couldn't be better than a nice cup of tea and a biscuit on arrival at a railway station at about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's an absolute lifesaver. So then onwards I went to this very colourful temple, the Lal Devi temple. It's a Hindu temple, and this is the little walkways and stairs in it. It's like a grotto. Really incredible place, and it's highly decorated with lots of glass mosaics, again very colourful, which is typical of Hindus. They've got this love of colour. And then here is Hanuman, their monkey god, who is very, very well dressed there, looking rather like a very ornate child's doll. And here's the founder of the temple, Lal Devi, who died not so long ago, at the age of, in her 70s, after spending a life of just eating fruit and drinking water. So she's a saint. And here is my rickshaw man who took me around Amritsar, and while we were there he told me a little story from Hindu mythology here about Shiva.
Right, okay, tell me.
So it's a god of Shiva, the blue one, and the little woman statue in top she called Ganga river, and before Ganga not was in land, he was in sky, and with no water in land, then the holy man, the people called Sadhu in India, holy man, and they pray to Gangas, please come down, and when his long time they pray too hard, and the Gangas agree, they come down, and people big problem because they have a lot of water like flood. And then Shiva.
What Shiva did next, we shall never know. But then we went on to the crematorium, and this is very typical in India to see people being cremated. But this one is not near the river, which is fairly unusual. So the ashes have to be taken down to the river by the relatives later on. But this is Jallianwala Bagh, which is a little piece of land enclosed by walls where in about 1921, I think something like nearly 2,000 Indians were killed by British soldiers in a protest, which was not a very pleasant thing. But then, of course, Amritsar is the famous place because of the Golden Temple. This is the Sikhs' holy place in the whole world. A beautiful building set in the middle of a lake, and here you can hear in the background, I expect, the resident group of musicians playing Sikh devotional music. This goes on continuously, day in and maybe day out, and thousands of Sikhs come here every day. But the atmosphere of the place is fantastic. It was a lovely sunny day there, and pretty hot, but it was quite bearable actually, and it was just one of those experiences that I shall never forget. So just one last look at the wonderful Golden Temple, and then later on I had a go at riding the rickshaw. The rickshaw man sat in the back, and he was trying to help me, but I just could never quite get the hang of the idea of this thing. It had a real mind of its own. So I left Amritsar and headed towards Lucknow, and so I think Lucknow and Varanasi and Calcutta will probably be the subject of the next little movie, so which I hope to have on YouTube by next week. So goodbye, and hope to see you again.